Justin Simmons just went to bat for his teammate and absolutely blasted the NFL to outer space for the way that they handled the Kareem Jackson situation, giving him a 4-game suspension for his hit on Packers tight end Luke Musgrave. It was subsequently reduced to 2 by NFL league discipline officer Derek Brooks, the former Hall of Fame linebacker, but a lot of players strongly believe that 4-game suspension was initially hammered down by the NFL so that even in a pill, they would still guarantee that it would be a multi-game suspension, which is absolutely ludicrous in my opinion. And Justin Simmons seems to agree with that sentiment. He absolutely blasted the NFL. So he said that the letter that the NFL sent to Kareem that in so many words called him a dirty player, that bothered him as a teammate. Simmons said, "I would not be half the player that I am today if it weren't for Kareem, if it weren't for the knowledge that he has bestowed upon me both on and off the field." He then went on and said, "The whole dirty player analogy that we're trying to stick to his name and his reputation is, excuse my language, absolute bull you know what." Jackson will, of course, be eligible to return after the Broncos' Week 14, or Week 10 game, I should say, against the Buffalo Bills on November 14th. He'll miss the Kansas City Chiefs game and then, of course, that Bills game. The letter that John Runyon, the NFL VP of football player personnel, sent to Kareem Jackson said, "On the play in question, you delivered a forceful blow to the head and neck area of a defenseless receiver when you had the time and space to avoid such contact. You could have made the contact with your opponent within the rules, yet you chose not to." Runyon added that Jackson has had multiple instances of violations for these safety rules and was fined nearly $90,000 for this. But Justin Simmons basically says that any notion that Kareem Jackson is a dirty player is absolute BS. If anyone asks anyone he's played with in college coaches, defensive back coaches, teammates, even guys he's played against, you'll never find anyone in the vocabulary in terms of describing him as a dirty player. Kareem is one of the best people I know, one of the best teammates I've ever had, and anything I am as a player has been because I've gotten the chance to learn and grow with Kareem. Simmons says that he was pretty sure that it was a shoulder-to-shoulder hit, and from one angle it absolutely did look like a shoulder-to-shoulder hit, and then there were a couple of other angles that I feel like did look like it was kind of to the head and neck area. That's why the officials ruled it that way. I don't necessarily feel like this rule is being properly... I just feel like there's so many flaws with this rule. It's being properly enforced. It's just there's so many flaws with this rule, judging what a defenseless receiver is and distinguishing what's head and neck area and what's shoulder to shoulder. It's such a subjective call, and it's something the NFL needs to have more consistency all across the board with officiating. Simmons says that he loves the fact that they're implementing things league-wide that are helping players, that are going to help us after our careers stay healthy, be healthy, and protect our brains. So I agree with that rule on head or neck areas. I think when the hit's to your shoulder, it doesn't fall into that spectrum. Sean Payton said that he actually participated in Kareem Jackson's appeal hearing with the league on Tuesday, and he said, "I know Kareem, I know his heart, and I know the way he's played. I think it's an easy narrative to say, well, he's just an old-timer playing in a new-timer's game. When you see the play, his head is removed from the forcible contact. The defenseless term is a bit more of an issue relative to the position the receiver is in. I just know where he's at as a player. We'll keep working on that, and I know he'll keep working on it. He's someone that's smart and really wants to do the right thing." And I agree with that. I don't think Kareem Jackson is a dirty player. He's not doing this on purpose. If you want an intentionally dirty player, look no further than Vontaze Burfict, who essentially was banned from the NFL. He got a 12-game suspension in 2019 and has never played a down since. Vontaze Burfict was a dirty player. Mac Jones, you could argue, is a dirty player who is in the NFL right now, and there are many, many more. I remember when Kareem Jackson made the hit on Logan Thomas, which was probably one of his worst hits of the season. He was horrified at what he had done. He was looking down at himself like, oh my God, what did I just do? I just injured my opponent. He felt horrible. you see plenty of other players who I would definitely label as a dirty player have shown no remorse whatsoever after injuring their opponent. So any notion at all that Kareem Jackson is a dirty player, I agree with Justin Simmons on this one, is absolute bullcrap and just cannot fly with me. So that is something I absolutely agree with. All right, Broncos country, I'm curious if you guys agree with me and Justin Simmons on this one, and that this whole notion about Kareem Jackson being a dirty player is a bunch of bullcrap. Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts, as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video, as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are two free and easy ways to show your support. Helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country, just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I am your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.